Hi, and welcome to A to Z for Moms podcast. I'm Jody Martin, and today is Money Magic for Moms Saturday. Yay! I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and now it's time to focus on Christmas, right? So, full disclosure, I'll just say I was about 6 minutes into my podcast today when I realized it wasn't even recording. And I'm starting over. That's when you know your day is just going to be one of those days. So let me start over and it was so good. It was going so well and it just wasn't recording. So I guess not so well in hindsight. All right. So if you're just tuning into this podcast, it's a daily podcast Monday through Saturday, and our weekly lineup is as follows. Motivational Monday, kick off the week with inspiration and self-help. Teaching Tuesday, homeschool insights and educational guidance. Whip It Wednesday, culinary adventures and cooking tips. Explore the culinary world and improve your cooking skills. On Thursdays is Parenting Perspectives, get advice, stories, and support for parenting. And Food Storage Fridays, where you learn about food storage and preparedness. And then Saturdays are Money Magic for Moms, discover entrepreneurship and ways to make money from home. So here we are. Today is Saturdays, which means it's Money Magic for Moms. And today's show topic is going to be on exploring work from home options. So each show we cover 4 different talking points or areas. Today, our four points are going to be remote jobs, number 1. Number 2, freelancing and influencer, ways to make money doing those. Number 3, direct sales and MLMs. And number 4, starting your own business. So, as always, if you have any questions, comments, insights, need clarification, suggestions, anything like that, you can reach out to me through email. My email address is podcast@a2zformoms.com. And you can watch this podcast with a video format. If you like to see my facial expressions and hand gestures, you can see that on my YouTube channel, A to Z for Moms Like Me. Or you can listen to the podcast on all your main popular podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, Pandora, all those out there. Or you can even listen to it through my website, a2zformoms.com. So without further ado, let's get going on today's show. So again, the 4 things we're going to cover today. Number 1, remote jobs. Number 2, freelancing and influencer. Number 3, direct sales and MLMs. Number 4, starting your own business. So first, number 1, we're going to talk about remote jobs. One of the coolest things, in my opinion, is ever since 2020, when everything was shut down, we had so many businesses shift to work from home options. Partly at the time, it was out of necessity, right? These businesses still needed to make money. Everything was shut down and everybody was quarantined, but they didn't want to just close their doors. They needed to make money. So they broadened their horizons and opened the opportunities for work from home. And what happened, there was this major shift, and it was awesome, and I love it. I think it was fantastic. I think a lot of companies prior to 2020, there were so many companies that had this closed-mindedness about like, oh, we can't do work from home. People won't work. They'll just play. They won't log in. There's no way we can track it. We're not going to be as efficient. We can't keep them on task. All that. But when it came out of necessity, they realized it wasn't that bad, and employees actually loved it. And you have a lot of the management and administration that were forced to work from home as well, and they started realizing all the benefits for work from home. And so after the quarantine and shutdown, when things were opened back up, you had so many companies that were more open-minded, and they started realizing the benefits of having employees work from home. And in a lot of cases, I know quite a few businesses, they realized they didn't need the overhead of having a building. They didn't need the overhead of renting a building and paying utilities and staffing a maintenance crew and all that. when they could do everything remote. Everybody worked from home, and so that drastically reduced their overhead, and it was a great thing. It was really neat. So as a result, one of the side effects of that is more work from home opportunities, which is fantastic for stay-at-home moms, because that's one of the biggest struggle for a stay-at-home mom is getting a job. Okay, if you have little kids, you have to pay for daycare. And when daycare costs $3, $4, $5 an hour per kid, and your job's paying $10, $15 an hour, I mean, you have 3 kids and it's a wash. You're basically working for free, right? And it defeats the point of having a job if all of your money that you're getting paid is just going to daycare. So now with these work from home options, people can stay home with their kids and still work and still bring in some money, which is such a huge blessing. So one of the main areas for work at home, and this is a great field for little to no experience, is customer service. That's one of the main things that is the easiest for companies to have as work at home, because there's little to no experience in training. There is training, but hardly any. Anyone can do it. If you know how to use a computer, you can do a customer service job. So a lot of the customer service jobs are the remote work from home customer service jobs are going to be like inbound calls. Now there are outbound calls. Do you remember the call centers back in the day? You have inbound and outbound. Inbound basically means you're receiving calls. People are calling into you, you're answering questions or doing whatever, but the point is they're reaching out to you. Outbound calls is when you are calling someone else, and that outbound is what's related to the annoying telemarketer sales calls that we all hate, right? And that back in the day, that used to be all it was. There really wasn't a lot of inbound calls. And now it's shifting to a lot more inbound calls and customer service and support and IT support and things like that. So you can get inbound calls. Some of the common customer service inbound calls is people calling in to sign up for things, or for mailers, or for maintenance requests, maybe with a property management company. It might be calling in to schedule for IT support, or just passing along information. So customer service inbound calling is so easy because they'll train you depending on what they need you to do. You're basically just answering a phone call, typing information into the system and forwarding it on through the company's software, whether you're scheduling something or solving a problem or whatever. It usually doesn't take a lot of skills, education, or training. And so it's a real easy job to do from home. And that's when a lot of companies are hiring for work from home, and it's great. Usually you have to have some basic communication skills, problem solving abilities, and you go through the company's training and they'll teach you most of what you need to know. But any of these jobs are going to require a good internet connection and a decent computer. Occasionally you'll get a company that will provide you a computer, but more often than not you have to provide your own internet access and computer. So there's that. Another remote job would be a virtual assistant. So virtual assistants are becoming a really big thing. You have all these companies and individual entrepreneurs that just don't have time to do certain things. So having someone to handle their social media or data entry, designing graphics for them to post on social media, managing their website, setting appointments, scheduling, doing research, things like that, those are things that a virtual assistant does. And those are things that some companies pay by the hour. Some companies will put you on like salary retainer type thing. if you are a stay-at-home mom or someone who even just starting out in the work field, recently graduated from high school, you probably know social media pretty well. And using those skills to be a virtual assistant, you can make a decent amount of money. And you can have, the cool things with virtual assistant jobs is there's so many software and things out there to support you, to help you schedule and maximize your time. So it's not virtual assistant stuff. You can schedule out things. When I was a virtual assistant, a lot of times I would spend 1 day a month and I would schedule everything a client needed for the entire month, and I was done. And here I had that, that job was done for the whole month. And you have to be organized with it, but you can do it. So even businesses and executives hire virtual assistants to handle just some routine tasks that they don't have time to do. A lot of your research and things like that. All right, software development and IT roles. Now this is one you're going to need some level of experience and education and training more than likely. So, but the tech industry has really embraced work from home. A lot of software developers and IT professionals now work from home. So, if that's something you've gone to college for, and even college, you can do classes online. You can do your degree from home. There's so many things that you can do from home now. And some companies will even help support you in taking classes. If you have some basic knowledge, but you're willing to learn more and you're working towards a degree in a certain field, then some companies will actually even help pay for your tuition or tuition reimbursement, things like that. So there's IT support roles, system administrators, network engineers, all those things can be done from home, but remember, you do need a decent internet and computer to do those. All right, so we've talked about remote jobs. Let's move on to number 2, freelancing and influencer. Making money doing those. So freelancing would be your one and done sites, right? Your basically saying, hey, and this could be virtual assistant, this could be graphic design, whatever. This goes a lot along the lines with our starting your own business. But basically, you're just putting yourself out there. You're saying like, hey, these are my skills. This is what I can do. There's a lot of sites that are kind of the one and done sites. So gig economy has had a lot of growth, and so writing, graphic design, programming, digital marketing, sound editing, recording, things like that. So there's a lot of platforms you can put yourself on with your skills, and you say, hey, this is what I'm able to do. This is how much I charge for that. Things like websites like Upwork, Freelancer, Fiverr, and with those, people when say an entrepreneur, they're like, hey, I just need someone to do this one thing, and that's it. I don't need a full-time virtual assistant. All this. I just need this one and done job. They go onto those sites and they search it. And if you're on there and you're like, here's some examples of my work, this is how much I charge, that's a good way to make some side money. Influencer. All right. This is one I have gotten a lot of questions over the years. Now, I know everybody thinks, okay, become an influencer on Instagram or YouTube or TikTok and you can make thousands and thousands of dollars. Can it be done? Yes, absolutely. There's people out there that make buco bucks doing it. Is it easy? It's a lot of work. You can't. I think a lot of times people looked at even bloggers back in the day, and there's still I have my 2 blogs, and there's still bloggers out there that blog as a full-time income, right? It can be done, but you have to realize it takes a lot of time and a lot of work and a lot of consistency. Back in the day, people used to think all the time that, oh, I'll just start a blog and I'll make tons of money. and I think that's kind of the attitude with influencing now. Oh, I'll just open an Instagram account. I'll just open a TikTok. I'll just start a YouTube and I'll start making lots of money. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily work that way. So it takes a lot of time, a lot of consistency, and not just your daily time, but your channel, your website, your account, the time of creation. Now, unless you are already somewhat socially famous, like you have been on TV shows, reality shows, whatever, if you already have a base and a high following, then yeah, you're probably going to be able to monetize things a lot quicker than the average Joe. So, social media sites, some of your influencer options are going to be TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, which is now X, they're calling it, Facebook, and so forth. So let me tell you a little bit how you make money on those, and blogs. Let's not forget blogs. Let me tell you how you make money as an influencer. First of all, you can get affiliates and or sponsors. So the way an affiliate works is basically you have a link, maybe an Amazon affiliate, or if you're a specific product, like Harvest Right, for example. Both Amazon and Harvest Right. I'm an affiliate for both, right, for my blogs. The way it works for Harvest Right or Amazon, as an affiliate, I have a special affiliate link. And what I do is anytime I talk about Harvest Right or their freeze-dried machines or anything like that, I share my affiliate link. Now, if somebody clicks on my link and then within a certain amount of time, so it's not like a forever thing, within a certain amount of time after clicking on my link, if they make a purchase, then I get a commission. I get a little kickback. Now, it's awesome, don't get me wrong. When it happens, it's great. And depending on who the company is that you're an affiliate for, some are better than others. There's some, and you can get, like on my blog, I have some that are per click. They're like ads on the blog. Now those ones, it's like 2 cents, 2 pennies anytime somebody clicks on it. Whoop-de-doo. You know, you don't make a ton of money. Now, if you have a ton of traffic and a lot of clicks, then it could add up. But it's not a big money maker. And with the Amazon affiliate stuff, so that's the one that makes me laugh so hard because I see all these TikTok videos out there. And I seriously could do a whole podcast just on this. And maybe I will down the road. People promote on these TikTok and videos and stuff on how I made $15,000 last month just sharing my Amazon affiliate. Bull hockey. I would like to call bull crap because, I mean, show me. You show me. As an Amazon affiliate. Now, I'll tell you, I've been an Amazon affiliate for years and years. And granted, it's not my main focus, right? It's not the only thing I do. And I don't spend a ton of time sharing those links and doing special videos and stuff like that. And I'll admit, if I did that, I probably would have more affiliate income. However, I will tell you my experience from years ago. Now, keep in mind, I have between my blogs and my Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Now, at the time, years ago, I didn't have TikTok, but I had blog, I had Instagram, I had email list, and Facebook, thousands of followers, right? And which is, it's not a lot, in my opinion. I don't have a ton. I have thousands, but I don't have a ton of followers compared to someone who's, 100,000 plus or whatever. But it's a decent amount. It's more than, I would say, your average Joe that's just starting out that sees these TikTok ads and really wants to make money. So years ago, and this was probably 3 or 4 years ago, I got suckered into that idea of like, hey, I'm an Amazon affiliate. I could really do well and make a lot of money. And so the whole month of November, there was the Black Friday sales and everybody's geared up for Christmas. And I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna treat it like full-time work. I'm gonna really put my all into it because up until then it was sporadic. If I saw a good deal, I'd share it. And for me, I've never been one to be an influencer or do my blogs for the money. It's great. I'm not going to turn down the money. But to me, it was more about educating and helping people. And I like the sense of helping someone improve their life in any small way possible. And so that was my motivation in doing it. But, it's nice to have a little bit of money to validate for your time, because it takes a lot of time to do this stuff. Hours and hours and a lot of time, and all the time it takes, that's time away. Think about, what do you do for fun? What do you do in your free time? You take your free time away and you focus it on something to help other people. It's kind of nice if you got paid for that. If you don't, you don't. But if all your free time was going to help other people all the time, it is kind of nice to get a little bit of money for that, to feel like it's justified, right? Anyhow, so for the month of November, I shared like crazy. I shared my affiliate links. I shared tons of products, all these things that were on sale that month through Amazon. Now, Amazon affiliate has a 24-hour time. So when they click on your affiliate link, it doesn't matter what they buy. As long as they check out, they make a purchase within 24 hours, you get the commission, you get the credit. Now, if they click your link and they put it in their cart and then 3 days later they go check out and buy it, sorry, Charlie, no commission for you. It has to be within 24 hours of clicking your link. Now, they can click it again before they check out, but it has to, whatever they purchase has to be within 20. But on the flip side of that, if they click on your link, you're showing them a webcam that's on sale, and they click on your link and they don't buy that webcam, but they go and they find another one, they buy it right away, you get credit for the sale because they still went to you, through your link and made a purchase within 24 hours. Does that make sense? So, and then there's your commission. Now, Amazon, your commissions are not that high. So, and it is based on volume. The more people, the more things that are purchased, the higher the dollar amount, the higher your commissions, percentages, and all that. So, this years ago, I went full charge, and it consumed all of my free time. I was posting probably at least 4 or 5 times a day. I was posting in Facebook groups, and I was getting people annoyed with me because I was like, you're affiliate, you're showing your affiliate. And I was like, oh my gosh, stop. I'm like, do you want the product or not? If you don't like it, scroll on by. But it was in groups where it was related. The products related to that group. So it's not like, you're going in a stay-at-home moms group and you're posting lawnmowers. It was, anyhow. So it was so much work and nonsense and a little bit of drama, like I said, dealing with people like, why are you posting all the time? Or, your affiliate links, and now you're just trying to make money. Well, okay, yeah, this is my job right now. So anyhow, I did a lot of work and there was a lot of effort, and my commission for that month was a whopping $120. And the next, because you don't know your commissions until like the end of the month, and usually you give a couple days buffer. So when it loaded my final commission for the previous month, after all that work, the whole month, $120, and I was like, what a joke. Forget that. So ever since then, I don't stress too much about the affiliate. Don't get me wrong, I still make a little bit of affiliate income with those. I share my affiliate links when it's applicable, when it relates to something, and I keep them on my blog. Again, if it's a product I use and love, I'm happy to share it because it's something I would recommend anyway. And if I'm going to recommend a product, I may as well get a kickback, even if it is 10 cents. Who cares? It'll add up. So that's the thing on the affiliate stuff. Now, some affiliates, like I said, some are better than others. On Harvest Right, for example, when someone buys a freeze dryer through my affiliate link, I get a couple $100, and that's a nice chunk of change. Now, granted, they've spent a few $1,000s. Most people on Amazon don't spend that much all at once. But even if they did, I've had people order something that was like $600 to $800 on Amazon, and it jumped my commission by like $5. I was like, oh, thank you, kind sir. So generous of you, Amazon. But so all that to say, there are some affiliates that are better than others, and some products just sell better. My Harvest Right, people through my affiliate link, they don't buy freeze dryers every single month. I don't get commissions from that every single month. It's something that maybe at most 5 times a year, if I'm lucky. It's random, and it just depends. So, but hey, but again, I'm not going to turn that down. It's still a nice bonus. My point in this is, being an influencer, you have to find your own sponsors. You have to find your own affiliates, and it's not going to be this replacement full-time income, especially overnight. One thing is very similar to self-employment is it's sporadic. It's not always consistent, right? Because it depends on what other people buy and their money situation. So that's affiliates. Now, another way that you can make money through being an influencer is to monetize. Get a drink of water here. So monetize. Now, monetizing means that the platform pays you because you have so many followers. Now, each platform has different requirements in order to monetize. And different platforms, monetization, compensation, just like the affiliates, it's different. With YouTube, back in the day, my YouTube channel has been monetized for years. It used to be 1,000, you had to have 1,000 subscribers, and then there was like 2 other stats, like you had to have so many hours or minutes watched within the last month, and maybe so many likes or something. Now, I did hear fairly recently that they have lowered some of their requirements. YouTube has, to, I think somebody said that they lowered it to 500 subscribers now. You'd have to look that up. I don't know, because it doesn't apply to me. It's not something I'm shooting for anymore. And so, but I mean, that's good news if you're trying to monetize your YouTube channel. That's half as many subscribers as it used to be. So yay, you can start monetizing right away once you have 500 subscribers. TikTok, the monetization starts at 10,000 followers, which, my TikTok has been so close. I started TikTok last year, and I have been sitting at just over 9,500 followers on TikTok for like 4 or 5 months now, I think it's been. And it's one of those things that I'm just like, oh, it's so close. But I haven't stressed. I mean, it's during the summer. I've been busy. I haven't been doing a lot of TikToks. But I also found out TikTok's monetization isn't really as great as YouTube's. So don't get me wrong. As soon as I hit 10,000, that's great, and I'll monetize and I'll take it. But I don't have high expectations of the monetization being like as good as YouTube's. So, and they also have caps. So like with most affiliate or monetization, you don't get paid until you reach a certain dollar amount. So I want to say YouTube, it's $100. You have to have a minimum of $100 in order for them to make a payment. If you don't, so let's say like in 1 month you only make $50, what it does is they just carry it over to the next month. And maybe the next month you make 25, so now your total is 75. They carry it over. And then the next month you make 50, so now you're 125. Then that's when they'll pay the next. So it's a month behind the payment. If you make $100 every month, you'll get paid every month, but you're getting paid for the previous month, if that makes sense. So kind of like with a job, your paycheck is coming 2 weeks. It's usually around the 20th, I think 15th or 20th of the month for the previous month, as long as your balance was a certain amount. And most affiliates will do that. I'm pretty sure TikTok does that. And anyhow, so that's the monetize. The nice thing about the monetized stuff is you don't have to do anything. So being monetized through a platform just means they are putting commercials at the first or the end or ads or whatever on your either your content or the page for your content, and you're getting paid a percentage of what they're getting paid from their advertisers. So the nice thing about being monetized is you don't have to do anything, really. I mean, it's very minimal. It's not like finding sponsors or affiliates where you're doing the work, you're researching. So in some cases, if you get big enough, they start to reach out to you, which is really nice. But then sometimes that's kind of a pain too, because you have all these people emailing you, and you have to go and see, is this a product or a company that I want to promote, that I align with, or whatever? Because you'll get, and you'll get a lot of stuff. When I was doing a lot of reviews, hey, quiet. I got a noisy puppy at my feet here now. Isn't that right? Isn't that normal? As soon as you get on anything important, a phone call or whatever, all of a sudden everybody needs you. So anyhow, now I lost my train of thought. So, they have the minimal for you to withdraw to get paid. Now I lost my train of thought on what I was doing because of the whiny puppy. But anyhow, so, the products. When I was doing product reviews and things on my blog, I loved it because companies would send me free stuff and they'd send me free products to review. And then I'd do a review and I'd post it on my blog. And it was a lot of fun and I loved it. And especially at Christmas time every year, I would do my holiday gift guide. And it was so fun because I'd have all these companies sending me their toys and things they wanted me to promote for my holiday gift guide. And then I had Christmas gift for my kids or their friends or whatever, and I had all these products, and some of the products were so cool that you're just like, this is the coolest product ever. And some were dumb. I'm not gonna lie, some were dumb. And what was hard was value-wise, and the bigger the more following and things that you have, your value, you get some companies that have maybe $100 product they send you, and you're like, that's awesome, that's worth my time to review, and that's a product I like and I would use or whatever, so it's worth it. And then you get some companies that they want to send you like a $5 product to review, and you're like, that's not even worth my time. Like, yeah, if you want to send me 30 of them, or whatever, it's just, or they're just something that they're rinky-dinky and stuff. So anyhow, the point being with being an influencer, is it possible? Absolutely. Is it going to be easy? It is kind of, but it's a lot of time. It's a lot of, you're going to have to invest a lot of your time. It's like doing the dishes. Yeah, it's easy. Anyone can do it, but it still takes time to do it, right? You still have to, there's things that you're going to have to do. You're going to have to be organized. It does take your time to not only come up with the ideas of what you're going to share, the content you're going to share, whether you're going to write a blog or do a video or take pictures of something or whatever you're going to do. You have your brainstorming time, right? That you're coming up with your ideas. Then it takes time to actually do it, to record it, to write it, to whatever. Then you have to edit it and get it to look just right. And then you're uploading it and then you're promoting it. So it's not as easy and as quick as some people think it is. So just be prepared for that. Still, yes, it is possible. And if that is something you want to do, absolutely do it. I just always tell people, go into it with the right expectations, and don't ever put all your eggs in one basket. And that's, I tell people, like, don't plan on it replacing your income. If eventually it does, fantastic. But don't go in right away with that expectation. Go in to have fun. And then if it makes money, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too, right? Okay, so we've talked about remote jobs, freelancing, and influencer. Number 3, direct sales and MLM. Are you ready for this one? This one's a fun one. Now, There's a lot of misconceptions out there. There's a lot of people with negative views and opinions on these topics, and I get why in some ways. So first of all, let me explain the differences between direct sales and MLM. They're actually different. They're similar, but different, if that makes sense. Some of the main differences is the recruitment. So direct sales and MLM, so basically both of what they are is they're a company that you sign up for and they have a product they want you to sell. Okay? So you're signing up as a salesman. Now, the difference is an MLM, their focus is very much on you go sign up other people to sell it too, and you build a team and you get a percentage of what their sales are. And you can make tons of money because you have all these people making sales, and it's like a pyramid thing, right? It's not a pyramid scheme because those are illegal, but MLMs are definitely the focus and the excitement, and it's chase your dreams and find 3 friends. You go find 3 friends to sign up and do this with you, and you teach them each to find 3 friends, and they teach them to find 3 friends, and before you know it, you have this huge team, and you're getting 5% or 10% or 20, whatever it is, of all their sales, and that's coming to you, and that's your income. Okay, that's MLM. Direct sales is more on your personal sales. So it's hey, here's our product, go sell it, this is your commission. Okay, so that's the main difference with direct sales versus MLM. Direct sales is mostly focused on your own personal sales of a product, where MLM is focused on building a team and benefiting off of other people's work. Like, you still get a percentage or commission on your own sales, but your main focus is getting a commission off other people's sales that you recruit. Okay. MLMs have had a lot of criticism, a lot of skepticism due to the pyramid-like structures. And direct sales are generally more straightforward. So they typically have a more accepted business model. But there is a lot of confusion, and they are very similar in a lot of ways. And in a lot of cases, I think you can have companies that are actually both. And that's where it depends on the individual and what your focus is going to be. So here's my Jody advice on this. Now, I've done both. I've done MLMs and I've done direct sales. My opinion has always been and will always be, you never, ever, 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 ever sign up for any company, direct sales or MLM, unless they have a product that you are already going to use anyway. So here's my view. If there's a product out there that you already love, okay, let's say Tupperware. I did Tupperware for 5 years, okay? And I loved Tupperware. And honestly, when I first went to my very first Tupperware party, I had no clue they even still existed. I remember my mom having stuff when I was little, but I had no idea it was still around. I went to my first party and I was like, oh my goodness. I came home, I went through the catalog, and I was like, I think I came up with a list of about $500 worth of things that I wanted for my kitchen. I was so excited. I was like, this is so cool. And I'd seen some of the products at the party, and it was cool and it was neat. And I had young kids at home, and I was like, this is so awesome. I could totally use this. And the quality was there and all that. And the nostalgia a little bit from my mom's stuff. So I came home, I had the catalog. There was like $500 worth of stuff I wanted. And I looked at it, and the kit that at the time, they had a kit if you signed up to be a consultant. The kit was like, I think it was like $120 or something. But it came with over $360 worth of Tupperware in the kit for the $120 to sign up. And I got looking at it, and I was like, a lot of those items in the kit were on my list to buy. So I got looking at it, and I thought, well, wait a minute. What if I sign up as a consultant, and I get these items at a major discount, right? Because I'm getting $300 and some odd worth of Tupperware for $120. That's a good deal right off the bat. And I told my husband, I said, I'm going to sign up as a consultant and I'm going to give it 3 months and I will sell Tupperware to family and friends, people. I wasn't interested in the whole like make a career out of it, build a team, yada, 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 have parties twice a week. I had no interest in any of that. But I was like, but I have a lot of family and friends and they might want to order some Tupperware like I do. And if they're going to order, I may as well get a commission from what they order. And then I will just use my commission to buy these other items that I want for my kitchen. So essentially, I can get all this Tupperware that I want for free. Like it won't be anything out of pocket other than the kit, my very first kit, the cost of my kit. So I did. And let me tell you, and that was my attitude. That's my attitude with everything. You don't sign up unless it's something you already use and want. And then if it's something you already plan on buying, especially if you're going to buy a lot of it or fairly often, you may as well sign up as a consultant because then you're basically just getting it at a discount or free. So when I signed up in March. And my goal was till the end of May that I wanted to get March, April, May. Okay, so maybe it was 2.5 months. Anyhow, the goal I gave myself was I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna tell my family and friends I signed up, and I'm gonna collect orders until the end of May. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, no big deal. I still got my kit. I still got more than my money's worth. So I wasn't worried about it, right? By the end of the year, I signed up in March, and by the end of the year, I had got over 18, sorry. Oh my gosh, I gotta remember my numbers right. I got over, it's been years now, so I'm trying to remember, $3,000. I got over $3,000 worth of free Tupperware from March to the end of the year, and I made $1,200 in commissions, and that was purely by accident. That was because what had happened was just telling my friends, and I wasn't trying to sell it, but I had other people like me that were like, sure, I'll give it a go for 3 months and whatever. I ended up becoming a manager. I built a team totally on accident, wasn't even trying to. And I had people sign up, and I wasn't the pushy salesman. I was like, hey, you know what? It's a cool product. If you like it, here's some cool stuff. If you don't, no big deal. This is what and I was totally honest. I was like, this product I love. This one's kind of dumb. This one's awesome. This one, I don't know if I would use it. You might. Do you use this? I was just totally honest. And I wasn't hungry for the income or whatever. So the money that I made, I think it was like $1,200 was the cash. That money, because I had used literally all my commission. Every time I would put in an order, I would take my commission and I would order Tupperware that was on sale or things that I wanted, and things like that. I ended up earning a lot of free Tupperware just by my sales volume. The money that I got, the $1,200 that I got, was when I would have a commission kickback check that the company would send me a check once a month. And that was because I had built a team. So that was on top of my personal sales commissions. So, cause I was turning around using my personal sales commissions to order more Tupperware to get everything that I wanted and more. I ended up with thousands of dollars. Over the course of my 5 years of selling Tupperware, I think I ended up with over $8,000 of free Tupperware. I still to this day have boxes of Tupperware in my garage that's brand new. And I don't even know what my commission, my payments of cash on top of that was. I couldn't even tell you. But I know that first year it was about $1,200. So is it worth it? It can be, but that's my opinion has always been, don't sign up for something unless it's something you already love and want, because I feel like if a product is good, it's going to sell itself, right? You shouldn't have to convince people to buy stuff. And I just, honestly, with a lot of MLMs and direct sales, there are people that make it big. There are people that make tens of thousands of dollars every single month. That's just not for me. Those people are usually the ones that it is their entire life. And for me, I have a lot of things in life that I love. I'm all about promoting a product if I love it, if I see value in it, if it's something I use, or if it's something that I know will help someone else. Absolutely, I will scream it from the rooftops. I'll tell everybody about it. But again, my motivation was never I wasn't going into it to make a bunch of money and this is going to be my career and I'm going to be a millionaire in 10 months or whatever. That has never been my goal. If that was your goal, I mean, you might, with MLMs, if that's your goal, MLMs or direct sales, you've got like a 20% chance. So, and then you're going to have to know a lot of people, make a lot of friends, and put in a lot of time. So some of the top, well, I'll tell you here, the top 10 direct sales company, if this is something you're thinking you want to try, and it is fun. I had a lot of fun. I made a lot of friends, and I did the occasional party when people would ask me to. I didn't push parties, but I had friends and I met a lot of fun, a lot of friends, and I made a lot of new connections, and we had some fun trips, some girls trips and stuff. So top 10 direct sales companies are Avon, Amway, Mary Kay, Tupperware, Pampered Chef, 31, Scentsy, Norwex, Stella and Dot, and Arbonne. I guess that's how you say it. Or maybe it's Arbonne. I don't know. It's a skincare company I've never heard of. All right, the top 10 MLM companies. So again, the MLM ones are the ones that are focused really strong on recruiting. And you're going to see a lot of duplicates because some MLMs are also direct sales. Like I said, it just depends kind of on the individual and what you want to focus on. Amway, Herbalife, Avon, Nu Skin, Young Living, Mary Kay, Usborne Books, Roden and Fields, Genus, I don't even know how you pronounce that. Jeunesse focuses. Anyhow, it focuses on anti-aging products. Forever Living. So those are the top 10 for each category. All right. So we've talked about remote jobs, freelancing and influencer, direct sales and MLMs. Last but not least, starting your own business. Now, this is a heavy, huge topic that I could do a whole podcast on this, and I probably will. You can, if you are interested in starting your own business, I highly recommend you sign up for one of my courses. I have a website. The website's actually named Money Magic for Moms, and moneymagicformoms.com. And through that site, you can sign up. You can get a monthly subscription, a yearly subscription, or a lifetime subscription. And your subscription gives you, and there is a free trial. I think it's a week free trial. It gives you access to all the courses on that site. So on that site, there is one course that is specifically on starting your own business. If that is something you're interested in doing, I highly recommend going through that course, because it'll help give you those step-by-step. If you've never started your own business, it's going to help give you all the step-by-step guides. There is also a course on there on social media 101. So if you are wanting to do like virtual assistant, you want to start your own business doing some of this stuff, that is another great course to take, and it just kind of helps get your feet on the ground. So even if you only sign up for the free trial or 1 month of it, and see if it's something that you like and would use, like I said, once you sign up, you have access to all the courses on that site. So if you're starting your own business, I highly recommend go on, do that course, check it out, and that will walk you through in detail. So basically with starting your own course, you're going to be taking your skills and capitalizing on them. So find out what are your skills. You're sewing, cooking, designing, cleaning, gardening, teaching, or maybe time. Maybe you can do your own daycare or house sitting or pet sitting, things like that. So make a list of what your skills and what your skills are, where you can start. Then you got to decide, is your business that you want to start, are you going to do a service-based business or a product-based business? So a service-based business would be something like cleaning people's homes. A product-based business would be something like you're going to make your own candles and sell candles. Okay, that's a product. So with those, once you decide which of those you're going to do, you also need to decide, are you going to charge an hourly rate or are you going to do a project rate? I mean, if it's a product, then basically it's going to, be like candles, for example, per candle. But if you're doing a service base, are you going to charge, hey, I charge $20 an hour to clean, or I charge a flat rate of $200 a week and I come and I clean one day a week, or, whatever's needed. If you're doing product based, are you going to need to have an inventory? And if so, where are you going to keep that inventory? Are you going to do direct shipping? Then you need to reach out and find some manufacturers and companies to work with that they will ship the product directly to the customer. Are you going to have the ability to customize things, whether it's your service or a product? Are you going to allow customers to customize it? Hey, I want a website and I want you to also do social media. I want a package deal of this. Or are you going to do set products? This is what you get for this price. Are you going to work from your home, or are you going to be going on site to other people's homes or businesses on location? What tools and supplies will you need? So these are a lot of things to think about when starting your own business. And again, all this is covered in that course, moneymagicformoms.com. All the starting your own business step-by-step guide, everything like that is in that course. So there you have it, but you can do it. And one thing, again, with starting your own business, it's great because you set your own schedule. You do have to be disciplined, and you have to hold yourself accountable to make sure you're getting things done when they need to be done. Organization is key because your success is basically dependent on you, and how are you going to advertise and get your name out there, and what's your overhead going to be, and everything like that. There's a lot to do, but self-employed home businesses can be very, very successful, and they can, a lot of these big companies, that's kind of how they started. And in people's garages or whatever, you hear all those success stories. So it's definitely possible. So there you have it. There are some exploring work from home options. So today, again, just to recap, we've covered remote jobs. Number 2, freelancing and influencer. Number 3, direct sales and MLMs. And number 4, starting your own business. We've covered all those topics today. Yay, hooray. And again, tune in our daily podcasts, Monday through Saturday at least. Our weekly lineup is Motivational Monday, Teaching Tuesday, Whip It Wednesday, Parenting Perspectives on Thursday, Food Storage Friday, and Money Magic for Moms on Saturday. I hope you were able to get some value out of today's podcast and learn some great things. Again, feel free to email me if you have any questions, suggestions, need clarification, or if you'd like to sponsor one of our podcasts or anything like that, you can reach out to me by email, podcast@a2zformoms.com. And again, you can follow me on YouTube. My YouTube channel is A2Z for Moms Like Me. And you can also see the podcast or listen to the podcast on my website, A2zformoms.com. Thanks for listening and have a fantastic weekend.